This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. Okay, these videos are brought to you by G66 UK, which is your place to get an FM3 or an XFX3 with no waitlist at the moment. At the moment, there is a short waitlist for the FM9, but that's probably going to change relatively soon. Anyway, well, they also have a UK service centre, no import charges, all that good stuff. So, I wanted to do a little bit of a different video today, which was kind of looking at something that I've missed for however many years it is. It might be 5, something like that, years that I've been using Fractal stuff, and yeah, I definitely don't think of myself as an expert. I think there's actual experts out there like Leon Todd and Cooper Carter, and then there's people that try their best, which is me. So yeah, I feel like so I'll just describe the problem, I guess, to start with. So say for instance you had a clean amp, but you've compensated the level here to get that kind of on par with 2 drive kind of scenes or a crank. Okay, so that's all cool and hunky-dory, but if I stick the same drive on in front of here, because the clean tone essentially has more headroom because it's not clipping yet, I'm going to get a way bigger volume boost versus on scene 4 So basically the problem is that I could have a scene set up, and this is basically how I do things, have scenes set up for different maybe amp settings, but then the same drive setting will have different kind of effects going into the different amp settings, and balancing the levels can then get a little bit tricky. So in order that I could keep this drive, the settings the same, because I'm liking the sound, it's just that the volume jumps. This is something that I hadn't really thought about until now, but it's really quite obvious when I look back at it. The output level per scene. Now, you've got a mixer where we can mix row levels, but we've also got scene levels, and you can see what I've done here. So the scenes 5, 6, 7, and 8 are those very same things, but you can actually set your scene level so to compensate for what happens with that volume boost. So we could just watch what happens here now. So I've got the clean, so kind of tickling 0 dB, kick on the drive. Like, that's actually louder now, isn't it? Going between scene 4 and scene 3. Versus if I go over to scene 7, which is exactly the same as this clean with the Zen drive on. Now... I can actually balance each scene without going in and necessarily changing things that I didn't want to. So what I could have done would be to kind of... Right, let me just show you this. What I could have done would be to have... Because I've already run out of scenes, right? Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So channels, I've already run out of channels. So to maintain that clean channel, what I could have done would be to go into channel B and set up the Zen master with the same settings. Or, you know, just copy channel A to B, for instance, but bring the level down and balance things that way. But then you're more likely to get a pop and stuff like that as well. So this output scene levels is actually a little bit of a revelation to me, and I guess probably loads of you have already been using this for years, I'm going to imagine. But it's actually a really useful way that I hadn't tried before, where you could balance your scenes. So yeah, I guess that's really all that I needed to kind of share with that. But it's, yeah, super useful. So just go onto your output. Not only that, but you can actually monitor your levels here as well in terms of balancing stuff. And so if I'm finding that things are too loud, I can turn down the general. And I could also then program in, so if I say, for instance, copy scene 4 to 5, I could literally just have a scene here which is the same as scene 4 but boosted. So we would call that Ratty Boost maybe. And this, to me, seems like maybe the best place to just add a pure boost without really worrying about too much else. I could equally go in and add the kind of drive. So if I copy 2 to 6, I need to be on scene 2. Scene 2 to 6. And then I could have drive boost, for example. So then, without changing anything else, I could just control how much I'm boosting by. And for instance, if I was on a gig and thinking, actually, my solo tone needs to come up or down when I'm kicking between, it's actually a really quick and simple way and whatever you decide is the appropriate boost to use, have this sort of thing going on where you're really in control of the levels in your preset. And it's not then hidden away in like an amp channel somewhere. You can keep your amp channels the same if you want to. But yeah, a quick and easy way to really kind of get your scene levels happening and things working right. I think that's probably, for me, going to change the way I build my presets from now on. I think that's just going to be, for me, how I'm going to do it. If I want a boost for a solo tone, for example, or where I just want a bit of a boost on my clean tone without necessarily changing the drive elements and without changing loads of blocks, and being able to keep that kind of more seamless, simple switching, then just jump into your output block, jump into the scene levels and balance in this way the things you need to boost, the things you need to cut, and with your meters see what's going on. Yeah, it's a bit of a revelation for me. I know it's simple. So bear with me on that, but hopefully that was useful to one or two other folks as well, because I can't be the only one who's not really thought about this. I'll catch you in another video soon. Thanks to G66, and that's the place to get your FM3s and Axe-Fx 3s at the moment with no waitlist. FM9 short waitlist, but hopefully that's going to be sorted soon. Cheers for now.